Hi, so today we're going to put up the Stafford 6.0 tent. This is an 8-man tent, fiberglass, a big tent as well for 8 people with a big living area and bedrooms at both sides, so good if you want to separate children and adults. So once you get the tent out of the bag, you just want to untie the straps. And then when we unroll it, we should have as poles and pegs in there. And you want to unroll it and position it where you want it to be. So it's quite a long tent. So we want the front facing that way. We've got all those poles here. And we'll just pour all these out. See what we've got. Okay. So now we want to fold the tent out and get the 4 corners pegged in a good position. So we want to turn this round so the door's facing the front. Okay, make sure you give yourself plenty of room to put the guidelines out as well. Don't put it too close to other tents or the car or anything like that. You are going to need an extra metre around the tent to peg the guidelines as well. So we're getting into a good position now. That's probably, I would say, a good point. We'll just get some pegs, put a load in my pocket just to be ready. And then we'll peg the 4 corners. Okay, so when you've got the 4 corners pegged, what we want to do now is start putting the poles in. I would start near the door, because that's where all the air's coming in, so it will be easier to lift up than the other part. So what you should have here is the 5 poles for the main tent structure, and then 2 for the door canopies as well. The door canopy ones are thinner poles, and they've got a little kink in them, so you'll be able to identify them quite easily. So we'll start near the door. Put the pole through and just push it through. Never pull the poles through because they'll just come apart. You want to push them through. So that's the first one through. Make sure it goes through plenty, so you've got enough pole to reach the ring and pin at the other side. I'll grab another one, put them together, and we'll go next to the door again. And once we've got this one in, we'll start to lift the tent, and then we can go along putting the other ones in when the tent's up slightly. And push this in. So we've made sure we've got plenty on the other side. These 2 should be okay to push the tent up now. So I'm going to put the ring and pin that's on the canvas at the bottom, in the bottom of the pole. Okay. And the other side as well while I'm here. And then we're going to go back round, put a lot of tension on the poles and lift it up so we can put the pin in the pole. Okay, so we're going to start pushing it up now. It will take a little bit of force, but you just got to make sure you keep bending the pole as you go, and then you'll get to a point where you can put the pole on the ground. I'm just holding it with my foot, make it a bit easier. You should be able to get the pin in now for that one, which is fine. And then we're going to do the same with the one next to it. Again, just pushing it in. And then you've got plenty of room to get the pin in the bottom. There we go. And then we've got some pole clips on here, some plastic ones that attach the canvas to the pole. And we can do these and also the ones on the back of the tent. Okay, and then all we've got to do now is put all the other poles in, so we can do that one at a time. So we've just got the canopies above the doors to do. So these are these thin poles. There's one for each side, so there's a door on the other side as well. So you just connect those together. It should look like that. And then they just go in the sleeve that's above the canopy door. Just there, and that slides in. And you've got a little plastic cup for the end to go into on this side, and then we're going to put some pressure and make it pop up. So once you've got it in position, it goes in there, and that gives you a bit of cover from rain over the doors. And then the only thing that's left to do is obviously put your inner tents inside the tent, but also make sure you put all your guidelines out, and these want to be about 1 metre away from the tent and in line with the poles. This one's a bit tangled. There we go. Okay, once we've got it untwisted, like so, get a peg. And you want this to be, like I say, about 1 metre away from the tent itself, and then just peg it in. Make sure that it's in line with the pole. Bit of a stone there. There we go, like so. And you want to do this to every pole and on the back end as well. Make sure you peg all these guidelines, and that'll make it a lot more secure. So that's how you put up the Stafford 8.0.